Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Data Dispatch, where we are researching and staying top of the artificial intelligence industry as new software is continuing to develop at a very quick rate. Make sure you subscribe and hit that like button for the algorithm if you want to see more AI type videos. What we're specifically going to be talking about today, and this will be a fairly quick video, is just a few keywords that can really specify and can narrow down your Midjourney prompts. And what I mean by here is Midjourney, especially with version 5 that has recently been released, is starting to get very smart and is creating photorealistic like pictures in the matter of just a few seconds. However, the prompt that you give it can be very broad and can leave Midjourney kind of in the void as it's trying to compile and trying to figure out what you want. But the more details that you do give the actual program and the software itself, the easier it will be to actually generate pictures that you are looking for. And this can help with creativity, your imagination, and also helping with narrow down your actual results. So we're going to be talking about some of those keywords that you can utilize in examples specifically that can really narrow down what the prompts and what the images that you are looking for. So let's get into it here. So let's take a very simple concept, just a very broad prompt of just say any type of thing that we can utilize here. Let's just say a dirt bike jumping off of a dirt ramp. Now we'll see what Midjourney does actually create here. This is just a very simple prompt, but we're going to be showing you guys how Midjourney will basically try to generate and get an idea of what you're looking for, what can be different here and what can be frustrating, especially with more of I want to say novice or a simplistic prompt, is if you're trying to create something in particular. However, if you do want to keep it simple, this may allow you to kind of explore different ideas that you're looking for and may allow you to kind of refine your search once you do have an image that you're looking for. So as you can see here, Midjourney is in the middle of creating these images. We'll get back to you as soon as they're actually created. So here are the images that Midjourney actually created. If we open up this in the browser and we can actually expand them a little bit, here we'll get rid of my face photo, but you can see right here, the images actually look pretty well. And like I said, Midjourney V5 is actually really expanding in the photorealism that is being displayed. And these photos almost look, some of them, especially like this one on the right here, and these two right here could be indistinguishable from reality. You might be able to see some small flaws, like kind of with this jump back here, there's something going on right back here. With these, possibly the animation is not basically as clear on the bike and the paint like that. But other than that, these are some pretty good photos right off the bat. Now the problem here, and especially with what it is you have different types of scenery, different types of layout. You can see grass in this one. You can see just dirt or basically kind of desert in this one. And then also this one are different kind of lighting aspects. You can see that these are in broad daylight. This is more during sunset, and this has a clear blue sky behind there. How do we kind of specify this and make it more narrow to the search that we want right off the bat? That's what we're going to be talking about, and especially some of the keywords that are important to stress in the creation of the prompt. So you can see we did have our dirt bike video here. Let's talk about some of the words that we can use to really refine and kind of get those results right off the bat before we even refine our prompt further. So where some of these keywords are actually being derived from are from some of the Midjourney devs themselves that have shared different types of tips and tricks or strategies to basically create more specific photos right off the bat. So what if we take that same dirt bike jumping off of a dirt ramp? We have that. What kind of time period do we want it to give it? Like I said, more specific the better it can be. And let me get back to here the imagine, because we need to get to the imagine part to even put it in the first place. But starting off with a scenery, looking into a specific color, looking into what kind of a lens you want to use, an aspect ratio, the more details that you can give it, the better Midjourney will be at responding. So if we say dirt bike jumping off of a dirt ramp, we have that. That's the exact same prompt from the beginning. Things that we could do is say maybe during sunset. So we can see here if we say maybe during the actual sunset for an actual time. So if we write maybe the dirt ramp is going to be, or the dirt bike's going to be jumping off that dirt ramp during sunset, we can place that right here. Sorry, the screen is flickering there. During sunset, we can place that there. We want to add a anamorphic lens. Now you can specify different types of lens. Some people do a 40 millimeter, a 35 millimeter, a 70 millimeter. You can pick different lens if you're used to the different types of styles. So we'll put the lens there with an ultra realistic quality we'll make it hyper detailed, basically saying you want this photo to be very indistinguishable from reality. We're going to use what type of a core do we want to use for the exact color that we want to pick. Now during sunset, one question that could be interesting and maybe a color that I would like to pick would be an amber type color, and kind of keeping that as the core for the photo. And also for the location, we want this basically with a green landscape. I don't want it to be all desert. I want to see some of that nature in there. So I'm going to say a nature core to see if that will include some of the grass that we saw in the picture that I did like before. And we're going to do an aspect ratio of 16:9, and we're going to be doing this with V5. Now, if you guys don't know how to actually include this, let me make we can actually include a dash right here, V space 5. And what V dash space 5 will do, that will make it a version 5. Otherwise, you can go back to the previous version if you decided to, and if you wanted to utilize the V4 or V3 version, but V4 was the previous one. We are now on V5. So we'll see what type of images do get created here, and I'll be right back with you guys. So here are the actual pictures that are generated. Let's pop them up in the browser for you guys. You can see here are the specifics that we did highlight, and Midjourney did a great job actually generating these different types of AI photos. We did ask for more of that amber core with the sunset in the background, and you can see that each photo does have great lighting, showing some photo realism. Again, these top two ones are the one that I like the most. Comparing to these two or the originals that we had that were kind of in different sceneries, the top two were the ones that I did like the most. These are more further in the fact that the dirt biker is actually further away, where these are more kind of a close-up portrait shot, so you may see some more quality with the dirt biker right there. But what you are seeing here is more of a professional photo type with the lighting in the lens. It's great to see here, especially with this one, the dirt kind of flying in the background. That realism of the dirt is really important to highlight. And also remembering our landscape, we wanted a nature type landscape. You can see here there is some grass. I'm not a big fan of the third one right here, but you can see there is some grass, and especially with this one right here, you do have a big different type of landscape in the background. And I don't know if this is some type of a jump pad here or a landing pad. Interesting to see here with the different types of nature and effects, and also different types of props that are being placed within the image. So what you can see here, just these simple words of utilizing the actual where you want it in terms of scenery is really important. And what do you want on the core for the image? Do you want it to be a blue core? Do you want it to be a green core, a red core? You can specify different types of cores, and also having the actual scenery as a core too is really important with different types of aspect ratios. So those are just some of the tips that you can utilize to actually boost your images right off the bat. And like I said, if you don't want to utilize that, that may be more beneficial if you're just starting off with Midjourney and you're looking for kind of basically the shotgun approach. Rather than narrowing in, you're basically shooting pellets at Midjourney, seeing what is going to respond with you with many different options. So there's pros and cons of both, of either being more specific or being more basic and not as detailed. That's for you guys to decide. But other than that, like I said, thanks for checking out the video. Hope you learned something. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.